Folks, it's Ben from Snowy's here today with the Coleman Instant Up 6-person tent. I'm going to show you how to set it up. Let's check it out.
Hit it.
Folks, Ben from Snowy's here today down in the Brown Hill Creek Tourist Park in Adelaide's eastern suburbs. It's a nice quiet little caravan park full of trees, 15 minutes from the city, 15 minutes to the beach, an easy getaway if you don't want to drive too far. And they've given us some space here today to show you some of our products. In front of me here, I've got the Coleman Instant Up 6P tent. Packed up like this, it measures about 137 centimeters in length by 24 high by 24 centimeters in depth, and it weighs a little over 13 kilos. I'm going to show you how to set it up today. First thing I want to do though is pull everything out of the bag and show you what you get with your kit. So inside the bag with your Instant Up 6P tent, you get the main portion of the tent. This is the inner and the frame all in as one and all pitches together. You get a couple of awning poles here to set up the front of the tent as an awning. The pegs that you need, they're just thin pegs. You could benefit from some upgraded pegs, some thicker ones. There's also a couple of extra guy ropes and some repair tape in there. This is our fly sheet. Get a couple of straps to hold it all together in the bag. I'm going to start to set it up. The first thing I need to do is grab the inner and spread it out and we can put the frame in place. So to get the tent set up, first thing we do is stand it upright like this. Now this is the top hub. This forms the peak of the tent, so this has got to face upwards. So if we stand it up this way, just keep hold of the pole so it doesn't all fall out just yet, and unravel the fabric from around the edges here until it sort of all falls to the side, and then gently let these poles just fall out. Don't force them, just let them fall naturally. You've got 4 arms that stick out. Now at this point we want to think about where the door is. It's on this side here. I'm going to make the door face this way, so I'm just going to twist the tent around a bit before I stretch it out too far. So I've just got my tent positioned roughly at the back of my ground sheet here. Now just while we're on the ground sheet, I've got a ground sheet that's about 3 meters by about 4.8 meters here today, a little bit more than that. It's a bit bigger than the tent, so we'll have to see how it fits, but just for reference sake, that's what I'm trying with here today. Now from this point here, I can start to pull the frame into shape. Now, important thing with these tents, I'm lucky enough to have a calm day here today, but if it was really windy, I'd want to get someone to help me, or I'd want to make sure I put the corner pegs in first, because the points at which most damage can occur with these tents is in the wind. So I wouldn't want to leave this sitting like this on really windy weather unattended, because the wind will catch it, this frame will start to twist and we can cause damage. Now that's our frame halfway up. Now I could throw the fly over the top now if I wanted, if I was worried about reaching the top of it. I'm particularly tall, so I can do it after, and I want to show you the inner popping up without the fly on. I haven't got the pegs in the corner yet. Once again, it's a calm day, so I'm not going to worry about that. Next thing I need to do is extend each of these legs out so that it comes up to full height and it locks into place on this little locking point here. So that's our frame all extended. Now it's not supported at the moment, so I want to get the pegs in place. A little bit of a breeze, so I wouldn't want to leave it too long. I'll grab 4 pegs, put them in each corner, then we can throw the fly over. Just while I'm on the pegs, these are quite thin pegs. The one I just hit in over the other side, they did bend a little bit. The smaller ones I guess are fine for these corners here, but particularly for the guy ropes, you'd benefit from some heavier duty pegs. So at least 4 of them, they're worth adding to your kit. While I'm in this corner here, I'll just point out how well our ground sheet's fitting here. So like I said, this is 3.05 meters wide, this ground sheet. So it is wider than the tent. So I've just had to curl it under a little bit here to get this peg in place. Alternatively, I could put an eyelet in the ground sheet if I wanted, but it works quite fine to tuck it under like that. Next step in setting the tent up is to throw the fly over the top. Now, let's get the orientation of the fly right before I throw it over the top. Now the door there's only one door. It's got 2 zippers that go right to the bottom of the tent, which is this point here and this point here. So I know that this end here is the end I need at the door. Now it can be easy to throw it over the top if you've got a second person. I'll just sort of manage by myself here, but I go to the other ends and drag the fly over the top. So I've got the fly in place there now. Once again, if it was windy, I'd want to be moving pretty quick now to get all the guy ropes and things in place, or this could take off, or so we can damage the frame. Now there's 3 points of attachment for the frame to the fly sheet. If we pull the frame up along the leg here, go right up to the knuckle here, there's a Velcro tab on the fly sheet that goes around the frame here. There's a second one of those further down, almost right to the bottom. There it is there. That goes around the frame down here. And then the third point of attachment is the plastic clip, which is on some bungee cord here that loops to the plastic clip on the foot of the inner tent here. And we do that on all 4 legs. And that's tent fly attached. There's still a few more peg points to put in. There's a couple out the front here to give our vestibule some shape and pull it out into place. And on each side, there is a peg point halfway along. Now on both of the long sides, there's an internal and an external peg point, and there's one at the rear as well. So we've got 3 more to put in on the sides, 2 at the front, and then we've got 4 guy ropes to peg out. Now for our pegs at the vestibule here, they're going to go, okay, ground sheet's in the way basically. Now there's a couple of options we've got here. We could put some eyelets in the ground sheet if we want. I'm not going to do that today. What I am going to do is pull this peg out, fold the ground sheet back so it sits underneath the vestibule here. That way it still gives us a protected entrance, and we're not putting holes on the ground sheet. Now we've just got the 4 guy ropes to put in place. Now with these guy ropes, they are really important for these tents. They're boxy in shape. They will catch the wind. That's just the nature of the tent. Probably important to upgrade the pegs that you use so that they're thicker, heavier duty pegs. And always put the guy rope as far out as you can from the tent. Peg it right out as far as you can out here, so it's 1 to 1.5 meters out from the tent, and it gives it plenty of support. Now that's the tent fully set up. There's a couple of extra features we can set up on the tent, and there's a window on both sides and at the rear here. Now these unzip at the sides, the storm flap on the outside here. There's a guy rope on each corner, and we can peg these out as little awnings on the windows if we like, to give us shaded ventilation inside the tent. But probably the more useful feature is the awning at the front of the tent. The front entrance door has got eyelets on it. We get 2 included awning poles. We can extend that out. There's a shaded entrance to the front of the tent. That is our Instant Up 6P tent all set up. A few words of precautions. Always use the fly sheet with these tents. It gives it the support it needs. If the weather is particularly bad, consider a sheltered spot or put something in place to give the tent a bit of protection, such as a vehicle as a wind barrier. But on a calm day like this, and just for general mild weather camping, this is a great affordable setup. Now I'm going to pack up the Instant Up 6P person by myself today. Once again, having a mate alongside you can make things a bit easier, but I'm going to manage. Now if it was windy, you would want to make some considerations on leaving some pegs in place right to the very end so the wind doesn't catch your tent and cause any damage. So a bit of common sense. I don't have to worry about that today. It's nice and calm. I pull all the pegs out, get the fly sheet off, and then I can show you how the frame collapses down. Now we can start to collapse the frame. I've still got the 4 pegs in the corners here, just in case a gust comes through, keeps the frame protected, it doesn't end up blowing over and damaging anything. Now to lower the frame, we go to each leg and we press the silver button under the little instant tent sticker, and we let each leg collapse down. So once we've lowered all those legs, we can now invert the knuckles backwards. The front 2 have kind of done it automatically as I've lowered these down, so I've just pushed these ones in as well. And I'm now comfortable taking the tent pegs out of the corners because the tent's nice and low to the ground and there's minimal chance of damage. That's all the pegs out. Now we can fold the frame up. Now if we grab each corner and just carefully fold it up to the middle, don't force it, make sure it's not twisting at all. Collect them all together. Once again, this is easy with 2 people. As you go, try to keep the fabric nice and neat. It's going to make getting it back in the bag so much easier. Now you do need to hold this with one hand as you fold the other arms. So we go on each corner, and the last one here, bring up to the top. So we've now got all 4 legs up against the hub in the middle here. We can lay this down on its side. So at this stage, if you can just take a few seconds just to get this fabric as flat as you can, it's going to make rolling it up so much easier. It's going to go back in the bag a whole lot easier. So just stretch these out so that they sit nice and flat like so. Once we've got that flat, we can fold it over, roll it all tightly and put it back in the bag. Once I got it to this point, I can grab our ties, tie it all up so it's secure and it doesn't unravel. You can roll the fly up in here together if you want. I find it easier just to pack it separately and it all fits neatly back in the bag. Now I hope that helps you understand how to set up and pack up the Coleman Instant Up 6P tent. Now as I mentioned, I did that by myself pretty easily. It fits back in the bag pretty easily too. You can grab these online at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day of the year. I hope you found that useful and we'll catch you next time. If you like that video, folks, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our latest and greatest information. Got any questions? Let us know in the comments below. Give us a like or check out our other Instant Up videos like these ones down here.